So it's an all-Mercedes front row, with Hamilton pipping Rosberg to pole by less than 0.03 of a second. Sebastian Vettel grabs third, less than half a tenth off the Silver Arrows, and ahead of both Williams drivers, Massa leading Bottas, while Grosjean impressed in his Lotus car from 6th position. Carlos Sainz leads the Red Bulls in the Toro Rosso car as Ricciardo edged out Kvyat. Hulkenberg rounds out the top 10, while Max Verstappen couldn't even make it out of Q2 and is followed by Maldonado in P12.
What's going on, guys? Over here. Welcome back to my F1 Ultra Mod crew mode. We're back with part number 13 today for the Italian Grand Prix. We're here at Monza, and the Tifosi are out in full force to support their prancing horses today. Myself and Sebastian are going to be gunning as hard as we can to try and overhaul the Mercedes. Obviously, they've had quite a bit of a resurgence. They've been pretty damn consistent, and not so much have we been. You know, Vettel has had a few incidents. Myself, also, we've had 2 DNFs in the last 5 races. So consistency hasn't been a thing that we've had as a whole team together for the last 5 rounds. Hopefully we can change that today at Monza. It's going to be, you know, seemingly a 4-stop race, but you can see there on the monitor there's also a 41% chance of rain today, so that will spice things up, and probably we won't need all 4 of those dry tyres pit stops. At some point we will be going on to those green wall intermediate tyres, but whatever happens, it's going to be quite a special one today here in this red prancing horse car of the Ferrari. Let's go to the Italian Grand Prix. Let's go to the grid. Let's see what happens today. Right, so here we are, P20 at Monza, and we're revving up to those 5 red lights for the Italian Grand Prix. Look, but never stare, they say, at the 5 red lights, and we are off for the Italian Grand Prix, our home Grand Prix. What can we do today for the team, for the fans, for the Tifosi here today out in force? The crowd goes wild as we go down towards that turn 1. It's all getting very, very close up front here, but what can we do from the back from P20? Taking it very cautiously, we go round the outside of Will Stevens there, now right round the outside of Fernando Alonso, who did very poorly in qualifying indeed, but can we try and overtake him? We're going side by side. He's actually got us on traction there, so we're back down to 18th place momentarily, but hopefully we can get the slipstream on him as we go down on this right-hand curve. We've seen many, many overtakes happen here in the past on this right-hander, but today, can we slip it down the inside of Wonder of Fernando? Maybe not. There's a bit of carbon fiber flailing around. I think there's been a bit of contact there, or maybe a bit more than just a bit, because I think 2 cars might have lost their front wing. Ericsson's one, and there goes Button, so both of them lost their front wings. We're past them. We're up into 15th place now. Kvyat there as well. Has he lost his front wing? I think he must have, because we're up into 13th place now. It's all very, very hectic as we go through both Lesmos there, and we're onto the back straight now towards Ascari. Very, very hectic start to the Grand Prix, you must say, but we got through it into P13, and now onto lap 2 on the back of this Force India of Sergio Perez, the Mexican. Can we try and get him? Look at that, actually, the Force India. Brilliant straight line speed there. He's obviously got quite a low drag setup going on, and the Mercedes engine is helping him, but nonetheless, we stick it down the inside. We go quite aggressively over the curve, I must say, but we just about get him there for what will be, I think that's 12th place or 11th place. I can't quite remember, but we've overtaken him there. But that was actually quite close. He did have the engine power on us, so just showing that even though this Ferrari engine has been upgraded somewhat, it's still not enough to purely beat the Mercedes. So we have to run quite a low drag setup here. You saw that I ran 2-1 wings, I think it was, in the setup menu. So quite a lot lack of rear wing and front wing there, but that is helping us also into turn 1 as we overtake Pastor Maldonado there. Thank God we got right past him. No incident to be had there with him, and Sergio Perez also overtakes him, or is trying to right now, so that'll be a nice little buffer between us and well, the crashator of Maldonado. So now up into P11 on lap 3, trying to overtake the youngster Max Verstappen for P10. We're going on the left-hand side of the circuit. Now we get DRS. Will we make this a double overtake on the pit straight? It's going to be the second Toro Rosso where he swoops to the right, then we'll swoop back to the left onto the racing line, and we overtake him for 9th place. So that was a bit of yo-yo move there. We go from right to left to right to left, and we overtake both of them. But now the safety car has been called out on lap 4. Such an early safety car. That's actually probably hindered us, because look at the momentum we had. We're right on the back of Ricciardo. Unfortunately, the yellow flags are out and the safety car is out. So we've only got 16 runners in the Grand Prix, so I'm guessing there was some sort of incident or, I don't know, some sort of crash, you can imagine, probably somewhere on the circuit, maybe between some of the back runners. So there's been a safety car, but now it is coming in on this lap. We got into 2 laps later, lap 6, and we are green now that it's gone, and we've actually kept up with Ricciardo quite well. Unlike back at Monaco, you remember, we had quite a shocking start off the safety car period, but this one, we've absolutely nailed it in the slipstream of this Red Bull car. Can we try and get him down to turn 1? We swoop to the right, no DRS this time, but we'll do it on pure pace down the inside. You can see Hulkenberg is trying to defend from this man Grosjean in the second Lotus car. We go right around the outside of Ricciardo. We tried to maybe look at Grosjean, but it wasn't going to work. But can we hold it through with some slipstream, I wonder? So there's some really, really powerful slipstream on this game, on this right-hander here. And you can just see it in full effect as we have to duck to the right-hand side quite late. We go side by side. Grosjean tries to pinch us there, the cheeky bastard. But we tried to go right around the outside of him, and we just about get it. But he comes back at us now, and Grosjean going side by side into Lesmo 1. Is he going to try and keep it? And we make contact. We've gone a bit wide though, and we're in the gravel, and that has pushed us a lot wide, a lot wide. We've lost the car so much there, so we've been pushed wide. We're down 4 places there, and now we're on the back of Jenson Button once more. So Grosjean, what on earth was he doing? He went down the inside of us, fair play, and that was actually probably more of our fault, as I tried to squeeze him into the apex, and that just didn't work off. I tapped his right front tyre, and then I kind of just had to overcorrect, went to the gravel trap, and that, well, didn't end up quite well for us, did it? So we're up into 12th place, though, anyway, but actually we've had a bit of problem through Ascari. You can see the lack of downforce that we have is actually, hurting us a little bit in Ascari. Maybe corners, obviously, like Parabolka, not so much, but Ascari definitely is proving a little bit difficult, as we just about managed to overtake Jenson Button there, back for 12th place there. It was all getting very, very close, because I had to watch out for Ricciardo also coming up behind me, so we were getting very, very familiar with each other's side pods. But now, onto lap 9, in the slipstream of Sainz there, and we've overtaken him, re-overtaken him, I should say, and we're up into 4th place now, as obviously about 5 cars have come into the pits, and we've set a purple lap time, so good pace now. But yeah, that was very annoying. We overtook Grosjean, and then we kind of stuffed it up ourselves. That was our own fault. We can't really blame anyone else, to be honest. I called him a bastard. I don't really know why. I don't know, the random crap I come out with while I commentate these races. But anyway, we're on to lap 10. We just set another purple sector, and now we're into P1 of the Italian Grand Prix. The Tifosi are probably screaming their hearts out as we barrel towards turn 1 here on lap 10, seeing their red car, their red prancing horse, in first place. But obviously that's because we're a little bit out of sync at the moment, because I'm actually going a bit longer than everyone else. Now on lap 12 now, a few laps later, only now are we going to come in for a pit stop. So we are going to be out of sync with everyone else, and the reason why I'm going a bit longer in this stint is purely because that rain, it is going to come at some point. There's no two ways about it. It will come at some point. So I'm kind of second guessing when it will come. I'm hoping it will come towards the end. So hopefully, maybe we could go all the way on these prime tyres, the yellow wall soft tyres, till the rain period. If not, we go on another set of option tyres and we do one less stop than the AI, theoretically. We'll have to see. But we come out in 5th place at the moment. So we have jumped Valtteri Bottas, and I believe also, I think Lewis Hamilton, because I think Hamilton is behind Bottas there, and also Sebastian definitely is. So we've done an overcut effectively there. So that was a very nice overcut of 3 cars actually, because we've ended up now in P3 as we're on to lap 17 now. So the order is now Massa, Rosberg, myself, Hamilton, and then I believe Bottas or Vettel is after him. So we've come out in 3rd, overcut on those 3 cars behind us, but also, where on earth did Massa come from? I'm not quite sure, but he's leading this Grand Prix, so that'd be absolutely fantastic for him. Obviously, you know, being an old Ferrari driver, I'm sure the Tifosi still have some, great harboured feelings for him. He was a great salesman for Ferrari, so I'm sure they'll be cheering on as well, but I think they'll like to see this red car be in the lead a little bit more. So on to lap 18, that is going to happen right now as we're back into P1, as Massa and Rosberg both come into the pit. So again, they're out of sync with us. They're, a few laps out of sync with us, so we are kind of, jumbled up. I don't exactly know where we're going to end up by the end of this race. We're just going to have to hope and pray that is probably this P1 position. So, Massa right now in 2nd place. Hamilton stays out, I think, so he's in 3rd at the moment. And then Rosberg probably slots in behind him in 4th. So, on lap 28, 10 laps later, we've stretched these tyres out so much. Even if we were out of sync by a few laps, we should have pit a long time ago. We've actually stretched them out so much. As I said, I'm trying to maybe wait for that rain period, but at the moment you can see Massa right behind us on our tail. The grip is just going and going away from these prime tyres, and they're really feeling really pathetic at the moment. Massa with his slipstream, he's going to try and make a move around the outside of Parabolica. He thinks better of it at this point in time, but he is going to try and come back at us, I suspect, in the next lap or two. So on to lap 30, 2 laps later, through Ascari again. Now this corner, I already said I was struggling before with the amount of downforce this car has, because I went with a 2-1 setup. But with these tyres gone as well, they're pretty much completely shredded. I'm feeling the pain even more, and that means Massa now on lap 30, look at him, on the left-hand side, he goes past us. He's on the yellow all primes I think he stopped on before, so I think he should be coming in quite soon for his pit stop there. But also going into that corner, we did lose a little bit of our front wing, and now we're losing the back end quite a lot. And there you go, Massa actually goes straight in after he makes that move on me into the pit stop. So again, out of sync a little bit with the AI here, and so surely we'll be making our pit stop quite soon, because these tyres are getting very, very, very shredded. So on to lap 31 at the end, towards lap 32. Look at the rear tyres. They're absolutely just screaming to be taken off, and so I can't deal with it anymore. It's just too much to go through. Through Ascari, I was really, really struggling for grip, especially in the second part of Ascari through the left-hand kink there. It was getting very, very tough. So we're coming in for a set of option tyres now. I believe Massa should be on the primes. I think that's what the AI will do as a default strategy. Option, prime, and then option at the end, theoretically, if it was a full dry race. So I think we should be on the faster tyre compared to Massa and whoever else is around us. Speaking of whoever else is around us, it is appearing to be Nico Hülkenberg. So I haven't actually seen a lot of him in this race, but he's there side by side with Lewis Hamilton. He's having a bit of a defensive scrap there as Hamilton tried to make a move down the inside, actually. That was quite a nice cheeky move there, but Hülkenberg manages to defend from that position, and he's still in third place, so good on him. But now we're on to lap 34 now. Hamilton has got past him for third place, and now let's look towards ourselves. We're trying to make a pass for Massa on for P1 lap 34. We're getting very, very close, but look at that. The Mercedes power in the back of the Williams, plus the low drag setup the Williams has in general, is really helping it out through Ascari. I had DRS and I still couldn't catch him there. And also at the same time, the dirty air is doing an absolute kink on my engine. It's just revving. It's so hot right behind the exhaust plumes from his car. So not doing myself any favours there. But now to lap 36, we have a bit more speed, a bit more momentum coming off Parabolica. Can we make this move down the inside? The tyres are getting very, very cold, as you can see the rain is starting to come down here. So it's getting very, very damp, but we're going side by side with Massa. He squeezes us out there, and he's actually got us on the traction. So now on to the next lap, lap 36, at the end of lap 36, I should say, towards Parabolica. Can we try and get him again? We couldn't get him towards Ascari. But now through Parabolica, he's going very, very slowly. Felipe Massa gives up the lead of the Italian Grand Prix very easily. I've lost the rear end a few times there, and I feel it's like time to come into the intermediate. So we're coming in for the green wall intermediate tyres. Massa continues on. What a fool. I think it's definitely time for the intermediate tyres. I was losing the back end so much. I'm pretty sure that's why he was going slowly into Parabolica, because the grip levels were just not on point there going into Parabolica. So we're onto the green wall tyres. Hopefully this means a little bit of an undercut on Massa. We'll have to see about that. Rosberg's now in second place, so Rosberg has somehow overtaken Hamilton in all of that, and Hamilton is now fourth behind me, and I'm guessing Hülkenberg will be behind him. And unfortunately, also comes to my mind, I haven't seen Vettel this entire race, so that's a bit worrying. I think he might be out this Grand Prix. There's only 11 runners. I'm gonna make it an intelligent guess and say one of them is not gonna be him out of those 11. So I think we're a lone ranger here for the Ferrari now. We're on lap 39 now, through Lesmo 2, onto the back straight. We've lost DRS apparently, so that's flipping great. And we're also down to third place as well. I say flipping because, yeah, we haven't made that work. The undercut did not work. And actually, it was a little bit too dry, actually, to go into the intermediate straight away. And we can't really catch Rosberg. And we've cut on to lap 52 from 39. Yep, all those laps went by, and we've actually not been able to close the gap. We've actually been... Rosberg has been able to actually extend the gap with Felipe Massa. Him and Massa have basically been DRS whoring off each other, and they have just literally pulled away. I mean, what am I saying? DRS whoring? There's no DRS activate. I mean, slipstream whoring here at Monza. Obviously, the circuit of speed, they've just been getting slipstream off each other, and I just haven't been able to catch him. Through the corners, I don't have enough grip because of the lack of downforce due to 2-1 wings, and then through the corners, just not enough traction that I would like. and they've just been uncatchable, unfortunately. So it looks like it's going to be maybe ending with Massa first, Rosberg second, myself third, Hamilton fourth, unless something happens between those two, which I'm praying. I mean, I'm crossing every finger. I hope you guys are, that something happens to them, but I doubt it really. And so that's going to be a bit unfortunate, because I said Vettel is out of this Grand Prix, I'm pretty sure. So we're only going to get 15 points for the Ferrari team, which, albeit, forget about upsetting the home crowd here for the Tifosi, that's actually absolutely rubbish for the constructors, because Mercedes are going to get at least 2-4 here in terms of positions, and that's going to be a whole load of points. But you could see there, as I was talking about the lack of grip, you could see there through Lesmo 2, lost the back end on the exit. Now here through Escar, you'll see just how tentative I'm having to be. I can't go full power, and even there, when I rev it in 4th gear, the car just wants to lose it. So unfortunately, I think the setup has probably let me down today. I probably should have kind of done the setup for the rain a little bit more, but that also would have hindered me on the straights. And now we've also gone down to 9 cars, I've just realised as well. We've only got 9 runners here at the Italian Grand Prix. Who knew it would be such a crash fest here? But Felipe Massa has won the Italian Grand Prix. I come home in 3rd place, Rosberg 2nd, my championship rival, and Hamilton, who's the rival in-game. You have to choose a rival in-game. I chose Hamilton just for logical reasons, but Hamilton comes home in 4th there behind me. So my driver's happy there, but that's not going to be too great for the points haul, because Massa gets 25, obviously, Rosberg with 18. I only get 15. That's 15 for Ferrari, and then Rosberg, Mercedes, I should say, obviously get 18 plus the 12 from Hamilton. So that's rather unfortunate. Vettel out the Grand Prix. Both McLarens scoring some points there, and the Toro Rosso. So a good day for McLaren there, you must say. Who would have thought at Monza, the high-speed circuit, McLaren would have done well, so that's quite surprising. But we look at the Drivers' Championship, it's all shuffled up a bit, it's all very, very close. And I should say also, note guys, obviously last race, if you haven't missed last race, go check it out. It was Spa, the Belgian Grand Prix. Obviously, Rosberg should have got 1st place, but the game gave him 3rd. And there was quite a lot of you guys who said that I should give the win back to Rosberg, since he did actually technically finish the line in 1st. Even I thought that. So I have fairly given Rosberg back that win. That meant for the last race, it was Rosberg, Hamilton, myself in 3rd place. So I've added that into the table. So because of that and today's result, it means that Rosberg is now leading us by 198 points to my 191. So we are 7 points behind Nico Rosberg. Hamilton is right just in front of Vettel. He jumps Vettel there for 3rd place there. So Vettel, unfortunately, he's not had a very good spell right now in his career mode, unfortunately. And so for the constructors, Mercedes are now ahead of Ferrari, which is rather than fortunate, and hopefully we can try and rectify that in the next race. But anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed that episode, be sure to smash that like button. We're well past the halfway point. We're now getting towards the end of this season. It'd be absolutely awesome to keep that support going for the series, guys. It's been absolutely awesome to see all the comments and whatnot on a Monday night, especially on Twitter. You guys get so hyped over these episodes on a Monday. It's absolutely awesome to see for myself. But yeah, if you have enjoyed that, smash that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, as usual. If you're new around here, then do subscribe for weekly Formula 1 content and other content like that. But I've been over. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time.
We take